Okay, let's dive in. Do you ever just feel, I don't know, completely wiped out by the whole search for a connection these days?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It feels like there's this general sense that the old ways and even the newer ways aren't quite working for relationships.
Totally. Like it's all just games or endless scrolling, and maybe nobody wants anything, real anymore.
Exactly. And that specific feeling, that's kind of the core of this really interesting audio file we got. It's called There's a Better Way Who Knew .mp3.
Right. And it's not loud or preachy. It talks about something quieter, maybe starting to bubble up.
Yeah, it uses the word whisper.
Yeah.
A whisper kind of rising against all the usual noise about dating and love.
So that's our mission for this deep dive, really. To unpack what this source is suggesting is, well, happening, this shift, maybe especially with younger people.
Hmm. A move away from the extremes we've seen.
Yeah. Trying to understand this whisper and figure out what this better way it talks about actually looks like when you're trying to connect with someone today.
Well, the source kicks off by saying we've seen these two big extremes kind of crash and burn.
Hmm.
On one hand, purity culture wrapped in shame.
Right. Got that. And the flip side.
Hookup culture wrapped in emptiness. Both promise something good, but the source argues they often left people feeling, well, damaged or just empty.
Okay, but here's where it gets interesting for me. The source really pushes back on the idea that if people are pulling back, dating less, it's because they're suddenly cold or like cynical about love.
Yes. It suggests this isn't really a retreat from love itself.
Yeah.
It's more like stepping away from these systems, these ways of doing things that just haven't worked for them.
Like they saw the fire, The repression side may be disguised as holiness, and the casual sex side disguised as freedom.
And they got burned
Hmm.
by both. That's the argument.
So what are they moving towards then, according to this source?
Towards what it calls wholeness. It's this idea of wanting to protect their inner selves, not just blindly following rules or alternatively breaking all of them just because.
Okay, so not fear, but wisdom.
Exactly. Wisdom culture, it calls it. Born from experience, basically. People are just tired. Tired of the breadcrumbing, the ghosting.
Oh, yeah. The constant performing, online or off, only to feel like you're disposable.
Totally. They've done the whole vibe check thing,
Yeah.
tried being chill and casual,
Mm-hmm.
maybe even secretly hoping that being easygoing would, I don't know, finally make someone stick around.
But there's still that deeper thing underneath, isn't there? The source talks about this fundamental human ache.
Mm-hmm. It puts it really powerfully. It says, even when we act all independent, we still have this deep longing to be chosen, to be known, loved, and not left behind.
Wow. Yeah.
And it connects this to our biology even. Things like oxytocin, how we're wired for trust and attachment, is our bodies are sort of designed for someone who won't walk away.
So it's not just like an emotional need, it's deeper, biological almost.
That's the idea. And this leads to what the source calls the rise of the middle. For ages, it felt like you had to pick a side.
Right. Be super strict and moral or totally rebellious, marry young or like reject commitment altogether, stay pure or stay wild.
But this middle way isn't about just mushy compromise.
Yeah.
The source frames it as clarity.
Clarity. Okay, what does that mean?
It's like realizing, okay, I honor my body and I protect my soul. I believe in deep love, and I get that it takes actual work. I don't want games. I want to build something.
Build something real. So the source is saying that kind of lasting love, it's not just about, that initial spark or chemistry.
Exactly. It talks about needing blueprints.
Blueprints, okay.
Yeah, like compatibility or attraction. That gets you in the door, maybe. Yeah. But the source insists you need a shared vision, these blueprints, to handle the tough stuff that'll come up.
Like a crisis 20 years down the road, or mental health struggles, or, I don't know, dealing with grief together.
All of that. It
Oh.
shifts the focus. It's not about finding someone who's just perfect for you right now, in this moment.
It's about finding someone who will stay with you through all of it.
Yes. That's the vision. It's about resilience, not some fantasy. The source asks these really direct questions like, who will hold my hand when life breaks?
Who will stay when I'm no longer easy to love? That hits hard.
It really does. And that commitment, showing up when it's difficult, that's framed as the slow, sacred work. And the source speaks right to you, the listener, here. If you've been ghosted or breadcrumbed or felt like wanting something deep made you, too much.
It says you're not. You're really not. You're just wanting something real, something authentic, maybe in a world that's kind of forgotten how to value that.
And you're definitely not alone in wanting that. That's a key message.
Okay, so if we pull this all together, what's the main takeaway here from this source, the core idea?
I think it's really a challenge, a challenge to hold on to that vision for something deeper.
Even when everything around you seems to be pushing for the surface level, for the easy connection.
Exactly, because the source kind of leaves us with this thought. Love doesn't actually die when the casual games and the easy stuff stops working.
When does it die then?
It suggests love dies when we stop believing that going deep, that building something real, is actually worth fighting for. When we give up on the value of depth itself.